All right, we are live for Fireside Chat number 120. Double checking we got the sound working. It looks like it. Hopefully levels are decent, but at least should be audible. I believe that was last time. Again, apologies for the sound problems we had, but everything should be good now. Obviously, the big news is the start of the Fourth Fleet era 4 days ago on September the 6th. So that involved a pretty big changeover. I think on the surface, actually, or maybe at the core is a better way of phrasing it, not too much has changed. We're still looking at the same war bands, simply now platoons. The ranking system has expanded. So all the rank names are changed to match largely fleet ranks. If you're around for the third fleet, you'll remember there are a lot of these. I did alter some a little bit. For example, I took the ranks of Scout and Warrior and directly changed those to Recruit and Marine. Um, just to throw it out there, since somebody asked about that being from, for example, the Marines U.S. military chat. Oh wow, you're right. We're still looking at High King's Fireside chat, aren't we? Should be Fleet Admirals. We'll get that updated next time. But in the meantime, we'll roll with this. But yeah, somebody was asking about that, and the inspiration there is there's a few different countries in Europe that use Marine as a base rank, so the equivalent of seaman or crewman or any of those ranks in navies. So I liked the sound of Marine, and I liked that it is a little bit of a reference to StarCraft, Terran Marines, so a bit of a throwback there. So I thought that was a nice word for our kind of base rank. And Recruit as the introductory rank, pretty self-explanatory. So then the rest of the ranks have been expanded quite a bit. From the fleet, we did have a third class petty officer, uh, second class petty officer, first class petty officer. Rather than having that, I rolled it over to having two ranks in place of those, gunner and master gunner. Gunner is another rank that is generally the equivalent of a corporal, master gunner being equivalent of a lance corporal in some militaries. So I kind of borrowed some bits and pieces from a few to kind of put together something that I thought was cool overall. And then the rest are fairly standard: chief petty officer, master chief petty officer, warrant officer, lieutenant, command or ensign, lieutenant, commander, captain, admiral. Admiral remaining vacant for the foreseeable future, but I thought rather than simply creating ranks out of the blue if it were necessary, I would rather have that rank already in existence, and then they can kind of be repurposed. Not repurposed, but the rank can be filled later if it is needed, and people will already be vaguely aware of its existence, hopefully. Ranks getting retired in most navies in the near future. Ah, okay. So yeah, so that's the rank changeover. There are some small changes in terms of just rules and documentation. Nothing really crazy, but mostly just I think just logical changes for the purpose of just making things clear, more efficient, that kind of thing. Probably another big thing, and most of this will be in my or was in my announcement on Discord, but we did have Mead Hall, as well as all the game channels opened up to the general public, to the whole population of our Discord server. Um, so that kind of just expands the accessibility there, and with that, of course, Bifrost retired. We did have Vethruidnir's Acolytes closed down. Um, I did kind of reorganize Monolith. Shout out to Solios, who I just saw posted. Yeah, I read through Monolith and caught some stuff that needs to be fixed there. So I'm already starting to do that, but I appreciate anybody who's willing to do that kind of thing, because I do try to proofread, but stuff is just going to slip through, and I definitely would like our official stuff like Monolith to be as clean and correct and typo free as possible, and generally cannot do that alone. So with the opening of the channels, the server has kind of changed its organization a little bit. Of course, Seeker and Vigilant are still there, but there's now a games channel, a Platoon headquarters channel, and a house headquarters channel. The rest is pretty standard. I was kind of looking into potentially getting rid of one of Seeker, Vigilant, and WAS Cypher and trying to combine them. I would like to do that, but I didn't see a clear path to it when I was setting up the server for the 4th Fleet Era changeover, so um, we'll see if there's, that's something I've asked others for, as well as ideas on potentially making that happen, but it's also not the end of the world to leave those categories as they are. I believe that covers the major changes. Let's see. I'm going to get in closer contact with those running orders, but we did have. This is kind of something that happened before the 4th Fleet Era, but it is in effect now, which is the order reports are now an official thing that are done every month. So it's a pretty simple report, but I think it's good for what we want orders to be doing, which is something that they can write on the report what they were doing. So that's the purpose of that, kind of that accountability. Other than that, I don't think too much. Let me read through a couple documents here, make sure anything I didn't miss. Heads up to anybody posting the roll call or officers or platoon leaders working on their roll calls. I see a lot of people posting with their old ranks. Some of that was before the changeover, of course, but make sure everyone is aware that the ranks have changed. Let's see. I did make it so only WA member, I closed streams, the channel. We removed that, but you can post those in Meat Hall, which is just our all-purpose server-wide general chat at this point. So feel free to post your streams in there, but without, of course, spamming it, as per the usual rules. Don't think too much. This is something a bunch of people asked, so I'll make sure to repeat it one more time, which is people saying or asking me what the Flame of the Iceer role is for. That is a role that is signaling that you are a WA member. So basically what it does is it gets you access to everything that is WA specific. For example, the platoon voice chats, the platoon well, not your platoon channel, that would be your platoon role, but the vigilant channels other than Mead Hall, and everything in WAS Cypher, all that stuff you gain access to as a WA member, and therefore with the Flame of the Iceer role. So it's important that any new members get that role, and then they'll also get a rank role, and they'll get a platoon role and a house role. Those four, of course, any game roles or stuff that they might want that they don't already have as well. I think that about covers it. Let me check. I did rename quests to Bounty Board, and I put that at the bottom of WAS Vigilant. For anyone curious, I actually forgot where I put it and struggled to find it myself, so I imagine some other people have not been able to find it. So that is where it is. Let's see. Yeah, so some stuff in there. Of course, Monolith is all updated with all the new information and everything, and it's pretty well organized now. So I encourage people to read through that. I did add to the promotions and demotions section something. I actually was working on that today. Some details on what might get someone demoted outside of just standard breaking the rules, not doing your duties, and what might get someone promoted. So if you're looking for a promotion, ways to kind of distinguish yourself and earn that promotion. So that's what that section includes. It has the standard procedure for promoting and demoting, and then also for members, what they can do to get promoted, or what they should not do in order to avoid demotion. So yeah, I think that's useful, and again, just encourage everyone to read through Monolith when they get a chance if they haven't already, since just about everything has been updated in there, and continuing to update it when we catch issues and typos and stuff in there as well. But that said, I think that is about it. So go ahead and call Fireside Chat here, and yeah, we'll. So I have renamed the second event, Once Court of the High King, to Fleet Admiral's office hours. So we'll go ahead and start that up soon. And I think we'll go ahead and call this the final High King's Fireside chat before number 121 will be retitled the Fleet Admiral's Fireside chat. So that'll be fun. That said, yeah, we'll see everybody for office hours in a minute here. And if not, check out Fleet Animals Fireside Chat number 121. That'll be come to you next Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific.